maybe.
You brought a Lich Prince's...
The two mages who are standing guard look like they recognize him. They ain't saying shit. Like, this ain't our talk. Ain't our thing to say. Taraptus pinches the bridge of his nose after Aranas walks out, and Mage hands the door shut.
Lord,
I'll be
sorry,
right back then.
Superior Raptors. They're speaking of the blue and dragons. I do believe that I found out more about what we discussed in the Wild Wood.
Oh, ha, I can't help you with any of that. I told you already.
Yes, I don't think it is necessary to figure out who it was because I very much believe that it was Celebrius, the dragon sent.
Oh, 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 oh. All right.
We met, I think, in the Wild Wood. Whether it was himself being there or an illusion, I do not know yet. He seems to have taken an interest in me. Particularly, I believe it is because he is being hunted by Auxilia, so he sent me that vision to rekindle my hate for her, which was thoroughly inappropriate, in an attempt to fix his problem by using me. On the other hand, he has offered to play bait for Auxilia as well, which I'm not sure. But it just trails off confused.
Taraptus gives a look of, like, on his face is a basically like a look that says, "I have enough of my own fucking problems right now." He does, however, say, "Well, Celebrius the dragon scent is a child of the blue herself, though by what means no one really knows for sure other than I imagine the blue. I would tell you to be more cautious than normal, Aurelia."
What confuses me is why would Celebrius, as a son of one of the three, be hunted by Auxilia, who presumably, is still connected to the Black Fang, and therefore the Free as well.
Taraptus shrugs. Could not say. I would likely pin it on a ruse. I have lost many of my agents to the three, as you would well know, Aurelia. That said, there could very well be some infighting, as there often is amongst dragons. And their minions. They don't have the same organizations. Taraptus rubs his bandaged left side. Was there anything else? Would you like to read a book, perhaps? Come cozy up by the fire?
Well, perhaps you could at least, more relevant to the world's current situation, perhaps give us advice on whether the Archmage, if given the Orb of Storms, could end what is happening.
Taraptus furrows his brows and says, "Well, if there would be any person I would say could do it, it would be Pertinax. Horizon has been restored, in a sense, fighting back the unnatural cold, as well as the region around it. I imagine many of the refugees here will start braving the wild wood and begin heading west. There's not enough ships to carry everyone. The wards are being restored around there first, and I imagine it'll go to Axis and then Glitterhagen. Santa Cora's a bit of a distance away, and there's no convenient highway. Having to travel along the Demon Coast. I would say if there's anyone who can defeat this horrid, abominable cold, created presumably by the Lich King and maybe that White too, it would be Pertinax. This Orb of Storms was created by the great artificer Ruza to promote order and stability, to protect the Empire. It would be serving its purpose. I don't know the exact effects. It's a bit beyond me. I didn't really advocate for trying to activate it the first time. I would have rather sent it to Horizon. But, he gives a pained look. You have anything that you...
I don't. I've said what I wanted to say, I think.
Gryph?
I'm trying to think.
Okay. It's a good sign. It's a good sign.
Geráck has nothing to say. He's still unsure on why we're here.
His brother has nothing to say. There's anything good to eat around here.
No, I don't think so.
Figures there's not an I win button.
Dark.
I got nothing.
Perhaps we should see how Aranas and the crows are doing then.
Meanwhile, outside the room,
Aranas is just like, probably waiting around, preparing the crows to fly away.
So, where is the orb? You still have it? What are you going to be doing with it?
well, the fact that we received this parchment, at least it lets me know that the Archmage would be interested in it.
Well, I wouldn't need to receive that. Any Icon would be interested in that. Many people would be interested in that. The Orb of Storms, especially activated as it is, you saw how much effort was put into just trying to find it, on mere clues and rumors.
Yeah.
You alone here would know that, Tempus.
Yes, I know. Just part of me would just like to fix things that's going on in the world, and Tevis sort of like, he's still waving the piece of parchment in his fingers. Part of me thinks this is an offer that's too good to be true.
Well, what else did you plan on doing it? I mean, I suppose one of you could attempt to use it yourselves. Has it tried speaking with you? Any of you?
Haven't told it yet.
Tempus shakes his head.
Have
Not to my knowledge.
any of you tried to use it?
No.
Tempus points at the door. Aranas is the one that was able to take the orb, so he's the one that I know that's held it. And he's outside.
And Taraptus, rotates his head to look at the door. With the crows. Alright.
Would you say, Raptors, that the druids attacking the Empire would be inevitable? Or would there be any way of stopping it?
Taraptus scowls. I had positive experience with Ajax once upon a time. But, in general, the Archmage's organization doesn't really think that highly of the druids. There are a few holdouts who think that nature and civilization can be blended together. But, after everything the Empire has gone through, and after this personal attack on me, I don't know how much room there is. I think that one way or another, whether it's through the current High Druid or another one, that war is coming with the Empire. I'd like to think that I could have done something more, but... He sighs. They had their minds made up before I even spoke to them.
What I'm saying is, we received help from the High Druid in requiring the Orb of Storms, and if we were to go back on her and give it to someone else, she would be greatly angered.
From my limited experience, the High Druid has anger issues anyway. Geráck, and if she is ousted from power, which I don't know whether that'll happen or not, I don't think you'll have to worry about her wrath in particular.
Well, no.
I think it's for the best that you deliver this to... You could leave it with me, and I could carry it to Horizon myself before I head for the sea wall. I could take you all with me, though I don't think all of you are eager to repeat the last journey that we had together.
Not really.
I'm sure what the problem is. Looks over to you.
If I did not think that Pertinax had the best in mind, that I would not continue to serve him, as well as the entire organization and the Empire, like I have for all of these decades. I cannot see much in what the High Druid could possibly offer that the Empire itself could not offer in return.
Perhaps so. My worry is just that it would anger the druids and they would attack us right away, rather than in a couple of years.
I don't think a couple of years is... I think they're coming a bit sooner than that, Paladin.
Perhaps, but if we give them the Orb of Storms, maybe they will delay a bit longer.
Raptor shakes his head. Says, ultimately, this is your choice, as much as I would like for it not to be. I think I know what is best here, but I'm not the one who got the orb. Many have tried. It is only your group that succeeded, this age. The decision rests on your shoulders, but do know that there are many who are interested in that orb. And while not everyone knows right now that you have it, or where you are, they will come looking, as they have since Ruza first created it. It was much harder to locate when it was dormant, lying in that living dungeon. But once Prince Zarza restored it, it has been a beacon for the most powerful. It is the burden, regrettably, that you have to bear, for however it is that you use it. You have earned enough goodwill from the Empire that I do not think any organization among us would attempt to force it from you.
Well, that is good to know, at least.
But I certainly could not say how any of the other organizations across the Empire would react. Certainly, after what happened in Dragonhall,
yes. I think we should discuss this with Aranas as well. A bit further. Looks to the others.
I think so too.
Yes, I suppose. And says clearly a little bit distracted.
there's your original rooms that you've had here. I suppose there's space available. We are rather packed these days. That, of course, is full sarcasm. The Arcane College is practically empty.
Yeah.
I also suppose there might be a bit of food, but most of that was sent with the expedition that headed eastward towards the seawall in Cape Thunder. And also, you might be interested in speaking with Editor. I know he's around here. Not to mention, I do believe Lord Mulrian and Lord Ravinger are in port. I think even the garrison and dwarves that you had sent to Kavanaugh some time ago are also in the city.
Alright.
But if there really is nothing else, I am tired. Get the hell out of my office.
Of course, the Raptors.
Understood.
Brother.
I think Gryph stepped away, unless you are actually there, Gryph. Alright.
An awkward staring contest
Yep,
ensues.
Gryph stays the hell in his apartment.
This has happened so many times.
Yep. Tyrannus
Crawls over the table.
Oh my.
Aranas would basically be like checking up on the birds, seeing if they have any rashes or anything bad happened to them from the lot of flying. Trying to prepare them to basically fly as well. He doesn't want to stay in this city for too long. It seems to be full of
They are
ill
both
intent.
tired, and they are frenetic. They are squawking at each other.
Yeah.
And speaking in their crazy, intelligent crow language.
Sure. He'll try to be friendly with them. Sees the others come out. Are we ready to continue on?
Well,
I would say so.
yes, but on where?
He frowns and says, "To the Wildwood, I imagine."
I would say so as well, but I don't know if everyone agrees.
It seemed like the good Raptors had not much new information to inform us, other than that he was indeed attacked, as the message said. I believe this was nothing new.
I would not be opposed to giving the Orb of Storms to the current High Druid. She, unlike most other people of influence, has in fact helped us rather actively and has proposed a significant contribution to keeping this age, well, to making sure that the free do not get what they want.
Besides, I believe, he looks around, that many of the people who the Empire might need in these dire times were sent to the sea wall, were they not? Perhaps the Empire would appreciate those people being able to return, declaring that the High Druid had stopped the destruction that happened there, and forever ended the threat from the Iron Sea. Perhaps that would open the mage's eyes to working out a way to solve this.
On the other hand, if we went to the Wildwood and were greeted by Aelor, who would want to request the Orb of Storms from us, I do not know whether we could refuse him. And then the Frey and their agent would have the artifact in their hands.
Says, on the other hand, we could at any point technically be intercepted by the Red himself. We've already seen that his agents can find us even over the empty sea, in the middle of it.
Yes, but unlike the Red, we are not going into his lair, whereas we are very much going to where Aelor currently has his fortress of power. He is influential among the druids, I believe, and I do not know how much.
Strike at us like so.
You'd be sure.
If he could, then he already would have.
Well, He had no
His
reason
position
to
is
war, really.
precarious. He does not want to have a druid civil war more than the High Druid does.
His situation is supposedly precarious, and he supposedly wants stability.
I think he does. For a time at least.
Yes,
But-
I have no doubt that he would want to do war, and I have also no doubt that his side is currently winning, as the song from the Archmage seemed to be only Tereptus sent to speak to so many druids. It didn't seem like it is a very heartfelt effort, I should say.
Ollie
More like
says-
a token effort.
Well, he would have not gone alone had you all not agreed to go alongside him. We made the journey along with him, and then left him there.
This is true.
Well, I for one agree that we should continue on to the Wildwood, and perhaps not make yet another enemy by giving it to someone who may or may not be able to use it effectively.
No, that's not.
Yes. And we should not go back on our word either.
That is right.
Plus, I would like to avoid Horizon if possible, so that is rather convenient as well.
Though perhaps your brother might want to be taken to your sister. Maybe Tereptus could do that much for you.
Perhaps he could. Would you like that, brother?
Gordon, he looks around the hallway and says, "I don't know. Not really too fond of mages."
Are
He
you
says,
more
looking
fond-
at the two guards standing by the door.
Are you more fond of druids?
I haven't met a druid I disliked yet. But again, I can't really say I've met many.
It will be quite dangerous, just so you know, but the decision is yours.
Oh, you're not getting rid of me that easily. I want to see you fall off a crow again.
Now he has to come, and you're saying it like that.
Well, you know.
It's like, no, it's dangerous. I guess I'll just go hide.
I've endured
Gryph
plenty
wants-
of danger in my years.
Maybe Geráck wants him to come with us.
Yeah,
Yes, it's all a mind trick.
the crows cry a little bit.
We should get you some kind of weapon, though, like a crossbow, maybe.
Crossbow? Look at these arms! He flexes. Crossbow.
Two
Right,
two
perfect for
crossbows.
stringing a crossbow.
Weak engineering of that from human puny arms and crossbow.
We could get you a heavy crossbow without a winch.
Takes forever to use.
Aranas will mount his crow.
You mount your crow in the hallway. The crow refuses to allow you to
No,
mount the
we're
crow
going to
in
move
the
outside, right? Prepare them to fly.
hallway. Well, then maybe that should be said. Instead of I mount the crow in the hallway in front of Lord Tyrannus' apartment.
Okay, I wasn't aware we were still standing right
He's going to
there.
fly into the apartment.
I don't see why you would be standing right there. The crows didn't go any further. They left the apartment.
All right. Well, we move them to prepare to leave again.
Oh, like they're cattle? They're intelligent creatures. They can walk themselves. Thank
We
you very
politely
much.
request that we wish to eventually get moving.
This damn
And
city.
surely they will go outside so that
Listen
we
to
can wipe
dwarves
them again.
bicker forever.
Well, when you position it so reasonably, I reckon the crows will waddle on outside.
Besides, they don't have to carry us anymore once we actually get to the Wildwood. We get in, to the conclave. And they deserve a bit of a holiday, I think, after this.
Yeah. So, could Geráck acquire a weapon for his brother before we leave?
I reckon. The Arcane College has a few remaining weapons.
Alright.
Gordak loves to mix it up in melee, get up close and personal.
Of course he does.
He'll have the fucking biggest axe they've got, which the Arcane College, guys, we don't have any. They give him, a hatchet. He's like, what about a hammer? Give him, a hammer. What kind of armory is this? You're in the Arcane College. What the shit?
It's
not an
nice little stabs just lined up.
So eventually,
for the twirly thing.
So eventually he ends up with a long sword and a metal shield, and he looks very angry. The hell is this?
Well, couldn't we visit a blacksmith or an armorer or something before we leave? No, we're not that much of a hurry. We can spend 20 minutes. Well,
Yeah, let's not keep.
Last time we almost got had to fight hordes of beggars and people who would drag us from our horses to steal our stuff. Let's not
I still have my belt. It's
yeah, but let's not go into that. I'm sure we can find him an axe somewhere if he really requires one.
Are you not gonna visit any of the people who are in the city? Just gonna head on out?
I don't know about any of them being in the city.
You have been told point blank that there are people in this city. Yes, I know, not your character, but you specifically, Manaki, I know.
Yes, I do. And I would
perhaps we should at least visit one of our dear admirals, because I don't believe Tempus has ever talked to him.
Oh yes, that would be fun.
I think Gryph is still away.
Were we told where they sort of hang out?
I mean, there's warships in the harbor. They are probably on the biggest warship. And if not, we can just ask around.
We fly to the biggest warship.
You could probably hear the two admirals bickering from miles away.
Yeah.
Well, the Lord Inator and his mages are actually in the Arcane College. The garrison and the paladins are actually out in the city streets, courtesy of they're here, basically, until they receive further orders, they're doing something, which is helping Newport. They came back from Kavanaugh. But the two warships themselves and their lords would be in the harbor.
Do we have an idea of what we would want them to do?
No, not really.
I mean, we do have a lot of PowerPoints and a lot of dice laying around if we need it.
Could we use the PowerPoints to get lots of food? No.
I mean...
you did that for Newport already.
Yeah,
this could be worse than what it is.
Well,
can we do it again?
Double getting food.
Exactly.
There isn't any to spare. You'd have to go look. You'd have to go looking for it.
Use PowerPoints to get fish.
Maybe you should take all of your political power to the Iron Sea and speak with the deep gods down there, and hey,
throw it in the sea. Take the political power. Take it. It corrupts us.
Oh god.
A lot of people are still working on Proudfort. Oh, that's nice to see.
Sure.
A year has passed. We can begin the highway.
Welcome back, Gryph.
Sorry for that.
So I suppose we go and speak to our admirals. At least hear a report of how things are.
Okay.
Moving ahead.
Yeah. And on the way, or whenever is convenient, Geráck will head to an armorer's shop.
I think yeah, sure, alright.
Alright. Yeah. It is a matter of circumstance that prices, even for weaponry, have been inflated a bit to the point where buying it would actually matter and necessitate you spending real money.
Alright. Don't have that much, but...
the prices would be in the books, and for weaponry, they would be tripled.
For armor?
Yes, for weapons and armor. The problem being that with martial law situation, this is actually kind of illegal. Weapons and armor are being restricted.
Okay.
They don't really want people to, raid
shops and get weapons to use on the guards.
Maybe we can get some like...
Back alley buying warhammers.
Yeah, no.
I got what you need. Huh?
Maybe Geráck can get some armor from the Dwarven Paladins, perhaps.
Like take a dude's things.
What? No, they probably
You
have
don't
some
need
extra.
it. Give it here.
They probably have some extra stuff, right? From people who have died and stuff.
Hi, how's it
Hey,
going?
can I have your
Ulysses?
dead friend stuff?
Yeah, hey, can I have your dead friend stuff?
We have the corpses. We'll take them. No, let me just grab money, the wallet. Yeah.
God damn it.
I want to hear that illustrious conversation where you go up to the Dwarven Paladins like, so hey,
Do you have any spare equipment?
Dead. I died at Kavanaugh. Can I have their stuff?
I'm not gonna ask that specifically.
Well, sure. With pestering, a great axe and heavy armor can be found for a much more pleased Geráck.
Right.
Yes!
You happy now?
Yes!
Good.
This is what I live for.
The
crows will nervously carry the group towards the harbor, towards the warships that have gathered there in port, all while eyeballs will watch staring into the sky above, because it's not as if flying crows that carry people are a common occurrence in life. Yeah, happy days.
the crows are so happy, so pleased.